Laura, I know that you love to cook, and I actually just really quickly want to ask you a question because I was saying it's not prep-on kitchen, it's prep-on kitchen. Can you tell me the history of why that?
The following message is transmitted at the request of the manatee. Radioactive materials are currently spewing out into the air in the Bradenton area. A truck carrying radioactive waste has crashed on US 41 near 9th Avenue East-West. All residents in Manatee County are urged to shelter in place. Close and lock all windows and doors, turn off all heating and ventilation, and tape the gaps to the door of the room they are sheltering in to make an airtight shelter. Ensure you have food, water, a first aid kit, and an emergency radio in the shelter to last you up to 5 days. Do not leave your shelter until a follow-up message is relayed.
Kitchen, coming from a first-generation Italian family, was making potatoes and eggs on a Friday, and we call them frittatas. So frittatas have come a long way.
Yeah.
And for Mother's Day, again, so versatile, you can use the vegetables your mom loves or the protein or whatever. But today, we're making a bacon Gruyere veggie frittata.
Okay, Beth.
So, yeah,
and
really
we're
great combination,
cooking it all with Laura's beautiful prep-on kitchenware, which I'm so excited to feature. So we're your students, and we want you to teach us, Babs. Walk us through it.
All right, so here's what, so far I think we fried 5 strips of bacon, and we set that aside, and we crumbled that. And we reserved 2 tablespoons of the bacon fat, and we blistered tomatoes, about a cup of cherry tomatoes, and to that we added leeks and shiitake mushrooms. And now, girls, you're going to add to your skillet a cup of fresh baby spinach.
Oh, beautiful.
Gonna add that, and
radioactivity is also spreading with a wildfire and could reach the Waxahachie city limit faster than a wildfire. Radioactive is a chemical material. Exposure to radioactivity can be lethal and would cause serious injury or death. Repeating, gather food, water, medical supplies, a battery-powered radio, clean clothes and towels, and other items that you feel like are important for your evacuation. Do not bring items that require two hands, as they will slow you down and increases the risk of your life being exposed to radioactive materials. Do not wait. Evacuate now.
You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, station KHP 39 in Jacksonville, Florida, serving Northeast Florida and adjacent coastal waters 24 hours a day, on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. Broadcasts originate from the National Weather Service office in Jacksonville. The current time is The following message is transmitted at the request of the Duval County Emergency Management Agency. A strange and dangerous event is occurring. Severe flooding with a strange pink hue is occurring across Duval County, especially within downtown Jacksonville. In addition, civil authorities have noted that the strange water contains radioactive properties within it, which poses a significant threat to life. Seek higher ground immediately. Do not attempt to evacuate or travel. Travel across Duval County is extremely discouraged, as it is not guaranteed that you will be rescued. People within Duval County are to use bottled water for normal everyday water usage, including drinking and hygienic purposes. Do not attempt to ingest the flood waters, as it will guarantee adverse health effects serious enough to require emergency medical attention.
When I wake up, I feel cozy, yeah. Can you hold up? Don't need no coffee yet. Got no makeup. How do you look so fine? Plus up, plus up. How did I make you mine? Stay a minute, another minute.
An immediate evacuation order has been declared for the affected counties. This is due to the Long Valley caldera volcano showing signs of erupting. At 3:55 p.m., an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.3 on the Richter scale was reported, which has shown the sign of erupting. This earthquake has also caused damage to the areas, making some areas impassable to drive through. Excessive heat was also reported, which is confirmed to be another sign of the volcano about to erupt. This has also caused fires to occur. In addition, an unusual event is also ongoing with the volcano. This volcano now has a pink tint, and lava has now turned into pink glowing toxic materials. This volcano has spread radiation into the air. At the moment, the estimated time for the volcano to erupt is within 1 hour. At this time, you are urged to evacuate immediately. Gather supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered or hand crank radio. Make sure to also wear a gas mask that is NBC or higher, as these materials have already spread into 25% of the population. Do not delay. Get out of the affected counties immediately. message is transmitted at the request of the Kansas City Emergency Management. At around 6:19 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a large and violent tornado was located 10 miles south of Raytown, moving northwest at 45 miles per hour. This tornado was reported to be 1 mile wide in diameter with wind speeds exceeding up to 200 miles per hour. In addition, the tornado has a dark pink shade color as it is destroying buildings within the area with reports of radioactive materials left by this tornado as it is spreading fallout throughout the area. Fallout is a byproduct of radioactive materials. Prolonged exposure will result in certain death. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter now. All residents living within the Kansas City metropolitan area are urged to evacuate the area immediately. If you choose not to evacuate, you will face certain death. Gather food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a hand crank or a battery-powered radio. When evacuating, tie a white towel to a mailbox or door. This will tell emergency managers that you are aware of the situation. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information as the situation develops. Do not delay. Evacuate now.
YouTube kids, it's for kids, you will totally not find something from Saudi Arabia or any,
Okay, let's get me a rhythm. Follow me. We are Walmart.
Seek shelter now. To repeat, seek shelter now. The following message is transmitted at the request of the San Luis Obispo County Emergency Management Agency. At sunrise today, people spotted the sun being an unknown shade of pink that also color-corrected the sky around the same shade of that color. It was reported a few minutes ago that the sun has radioactive energy, and anybody that came in contact with it would get extreme radiation and would die afterwards due to the countless amounts of radiation these people have received. All residents need to seek the interior-most room in the lowest floor of a building, and need to seal all windows with tape as fast as possible due to the sun also being reported to melt into items made of wood, brick, or anything else that has as much density or less density as those materials. The cities mostly affected by the sun in the county are San Luis Obispo, Atascadero, Paso Robles, Morro Bay, Royal Grand, and Cambria. Do not hesitate. Switch.